Hello and welcome. I am the connector, Tracy G, and today I'm going to be talking about the fifth dimension. I think I will do another series because I found a whole bunch of information about, if you're going into the fifth dimension or how do you know if you're transforming into the fifth dimension. Now, first thing, you're not going to be going into a literal other world. It's going to feel the same. You're not leaving this reality in the fifth dimension. It's your perceptions that are going to change and that's how you can tell. And the way that you work with people and the things that happen in your reality may shift. And so anyway, let me just explain to you. Okay, so let's just talk. What is the fifth dimension? Okay, I'm gonna have to look over here because I got little notes all over the place. It's fifth dimension is when you start to work more consciously with your multidimensional self. Multidimensional self, higher self, the different parts of you that are in different realities or the different ways that you can be perceived. Anyway, the best way to explain that, I guess, would be to, let's say that you could meet yourself in a different reality where, like, maybe you didn't get married, or you did get married, or you had one kid instead of 3 kids, or, you know what I mean? That person would have different experiences than you had. Now, in the fifth dimension, everything is kind of in this ascended consciousness space where you can create your own reality. Now, you could kind of tune into those different personas of yourself that maybe have a different aspect or a different way of looking at things. And it's more of just a meditative, like you might, get some ideas. Or it might just come to you, higher consciousness or your higher self. Sometimes will just be that little voice in your head that's not a loud one, that's your ego, but a small, soft one, like saying, you should go that way. Or, hey, have you done that yet? But it's not loud. It's just kind of like oh, hey, by the way, tap, tap, type of thing. Now, in the fifth dimension, so you'll become, you'll work with your higher self more. You'll also become aware of higher dimensional thoughts and speak your words into existence, which is kind of cool. You got to be careful when you start manifesting because you're in the fifth dimension and we still are human and we're still going to go into the lower vibrations of, anger and distrust and self-centeredness and stuff. But if you are connected to that fifth dimensional where you can create your own existence, you're going to have things happen more readily, where you say, oh, well, this better not happen. And then, of course, it happens because you gave it too much attention. It's almost like having a genie in the bottle and then you're rubbing it all the time and you're telling him what to do. And then you're wondering why things are happening. Well, it's because you're speaking them out loud. So you got to be more careful if you're in the fifth dimension or you're doing fifth dimensional things. That is something that you can start doing. You'll also start to just know that things will be done. You just have this calm that kind of comes over you, that things are going to just happen the way they're supposed to. And I'm going to explain why that is. Okay, in the multiverse, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, like I said, there's this multiverse where, if you made that choice, then that person didn't get married. If you made that choice, then you don't live there and things like that. Well, think of it as like dominoes, okay? And where you're at in your life right now, you have certain dominoes that are more probable, and some are just possible, and some we can't even put our mind around it is impossible, like to shift from this dimension into the one where I only had one child or didn't marry that person or whatever. So it has to be possible or probable for you to be able to shift into these different parallel universes. And one way to look at it so you don't feel guilty about wanting things different ways is you are just shifting into the reality where this happened. But guess what? Those people in that reality, like your husband, your kids, and all those people, they're still there. They actually might even be better people because in that reality, they shifted and they made different choices too. So, and they're all of a higher vibration if you're in a higher vibration. So you don't have to worry about pulling people with you. They will already become that around you if you're in a higher dimension. Okay. And, you can feel free to give me questions, or you can even email me at reallyloveyourlife@gmail.com if any of this makes you kind of go, wait a second, I didn't understand that. But it is possible, and it does happen. So your relationships are also in the fifth dimension going to become more equal, and they're going to become more honest, because you don't want to hide who you are anymore. You want to be your true self. You want people to, you're going to take the masks off, and the people who don't like you with your mask off, you're not going to care, because like attracts like, and you're going to find your soul people who connect with your soul. And the people that were trying to control you and stuff with that ego-based thinking, that three-dimensional, lower vibrational thinking, they're going to just start to fall away, and they're not going to want to be around you, because like attracts like. And if you're in a higher vibration and a way of thinking that you're not trying to control people, you've let go of your ego, you don't have to have things your way. You don't need to control people, because you trust the universe. You trust yourself. You trust others more readily, that they will make they're on their own journey, and they can make their own choices. So you can send them love and light, but you don't have to fix them. They made their own soul choices coming into this world of how they wanted to experience this life. So free will is part of the universe. It's part of the building blocks of the universe. So don't feel bad having to let some people go, or just standing up for yourself and what you need and what you want. And getting those more honest relationships where it's give and take. You realize you can't save everyone when you get into the fifth dimension. You learn to respect their decisions, and even though you have the tools to help them, if they aren't ready or if they don't want it, it's not going to help them, and then you're just going to feel really drained. Okay, so I know when you start to feel these higher vibrations of joy and love and awareness and ascended consciousness connection, you want to help everyone else raise up there too, and get out of this three-dimensional thinking of hate and fear and guilt and judgment. But you can't save everyone. All you can do is be the light that you are in this fifth dimension. And then maybe those that are ready for it will ask for your help, and you can help them at that point. And actually, it only helps when the energy that is received and exchanged is equal. So you can't go giving, and them not, giving back. It is more of a symbiotic relationship in the fifth dimension. So you're going to have to let go of that need to always be giving and not receiving, because like attracts like. You have to give and receive. And if you continue to give, you're not receiving, that's showing a lack of self-love, which you also need that in the fifth dimension too. And I'm going to do another one too, that I'm going to talk about how to get into the fifth dimensional thinking, and to change and it's basically just shifting your vibration. And how do you shift your vibration? You have to shift your thought patterns, and shift the way your routines, and the music you listen to, and the people you talk to, and how you talk to people, and how you talk to yourself. And it's quite a process. It's a lot of work, people. It's a lot of work. Even when you start getting attuned to these higher vibrations, you're going to have negative thoughts and negative things kind of bubble up. And it's not, it's twofold. One reason is because those lower vibrations, that lower social consciousness, wants you to stay in it. So it's going to throw things at you to try to get you angry or fearful or resented or just plain exhausted, just to see if it can get you back to negative thinking. And so you have to just you learn in the fifth dimension. This is another thing. Fifth dimension, you will learn how to just be more of an observer. And that's going to actually calm your emotional field, and your vibration is going to become more calm and collected, and you're going to feel more stable. And you're going to be able to heal yourself more, restructure your life better, and strengthen your energy bodies, and learn how to, meditate and go within in order to energize. And honestly, you become more mindful of the energy you allow into your environment. And those things are going to be like the people you see, the music you listen to, the words you speak. you're going to try to speak more positively. You're going to try to give out to the world more of that positive, helping, thing than spewing negative things that are going to hurt people, because you know that karma is also involved. And when you hurt people, you're going to get that back, because everything is connected. Everybody is connected. So respect each other's free will. So you can only work on you. That's the only person that you're in charge of. If, like I said, if people resist you, it means they're just not there. You're just gonna deplete yourself, and they're not gonna get any help either. One thing I want you to learn as you're moving into the fifth dimension is how to put a blue bubble. I just say a blue bubble because that's what works best for me. A blue bubble of protection around yourself, so that when you go into these negative areas and see these negative people or people at work and things like that, as you're shifting upwards, you want to, like I do a cleanse, I do a clear. I take my hands and I clear myself, and then I ground myself, put my feet to the ground and feel myself in the energy of the earth pulling me down, clear, ground. And then I also bring in white light from the higher dimensions into my crown chakra to bathe me in calm, peace, love. And then I protect it all with a blue bubble. So those are some things you can do if you're trying to shift into the fifth dimension, to protect yourself and to help others, and just be yourself. Listen to yourself more, and you'll get there. All right. Hope this helped you. Namaste. Drop the beat.